everyone, it's Allie and welcome to my channel. Welcome to a little fireside chat. Today's video is an exciting one, I guess, because it is a follow-up to my last video that was posted, and that was me opening a ThredUp 50-pound rescue box. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know I really enjoy the 50-pound rescue boxes. I haven't ordered a ton of them because it does come with a lot of work and you have to kind of be ready to take on a lot of items into your space. So I kind of have to pace myself and only get one every 3 or 4 months or so. So if you haven't seen that video yet, do make sure you go watch that now before this video, because this video will have a lot of spoilers, of course, and that's no fun. So all right, let's just get right into it. I want to kind of break down the cost of goods, how many items I ended up listing, how many I took to buy, sell, trade, all that kind of stuff. So I did get a discount on this box. I had a credit. So these boxes are normally $120. And if you don't know, ThredUp does sell 50-pound box on its own, which I got. They also sell 100 pounds, which basically is just 2 50-pound boxes. Or you can also buy 200 pounds where you get 4 of the 50-pound boxes. And I think for me, it's just a lot easier for me to get the 50 pounds at a time. I might go back to doing the 100 pounds at a time in the future, because what they do is you do get a little bit of a discount the more you buy. And I can't see the exact prices of the other ones at this time because they're not available. But I do believe that normally when the 200 pounds is available, it costs $450. So if you add that all up, you do get a little bit of a discount, but it's only like 30 bucks. So in my opinion, that 30 bucks isn't really worth it to take in 4 boxes worth of stuff. But anyway, I had a discount, so I did not pay $120. I ended up paying $79, and there were 95 pieces in this box. And just going off of the other 50-pound boxes I've had in the past, it usually is somewhere between like 90 couple to 100 items, just depending on the weight of some of the items. Sometimes you get like a bunch of jackets and things like that. But yeah, 95 was right about what I was expecting. And because I had a discounted price, I ended up only paying $1.20 per item. That's fabulous. That's why I love these boxes, because you know it's not all going to work out, but you also can usually get at least a few gems and then a lot of just very like mid-tier sellable pieces, and you end up making a lot of money over time. So the breakdown of those 95 items, there were 25 items I pulled aside to take to Plato's / Clothes Mentor. I took 17 already to Plato's, and yeah, that video will be coming out next week. Spoiler, it did not go well for me, and they ended up taking only 2 of those 17 items. They took just like a random Banana Republic black t-shirt. It literally was just a black shirt. And then they also took a really cute Forever 21 black kind of like peplum tank, a little bit nicer of a tank. So I sold 2 through that, and kind of spoiler for that video, it ended up working out to be I got $2.50 per item. So I got $5 back from that. The wonderful thing about this box too is that there were only 4 items in the entire box that I immediately was just like, I'm just gonna donate because they were too damaged, or I just knew there was no possible way they were gonna sell to either Plato's or on my Poshmark. And honestly, that is so good from when I started, because I remember the first time I got these boxes, there were just so many items that were either like just total crap, like literally like fabric just sewn together, like terrible. And there were so many things that did not have labels, either like the brand label or the size label, which is kind of just a pain, or both. So this, in comparison, the fact that I only had 4 things right off the bat to donate is amazing. I also did pick out 7 things to keep for myself, which, thinking about it, like a lot of things cost between like $20 and $50. So the fact that I myself got 7 things for a box I paid $79 for, like, that's pretty good. So the one thing I'm keeping is this really cute little off-the-shoulder blouse. I don't know how much wear I'll get out of it, but it is really well made. It was made in Italy, but there's no size, no brand, nothing like that. So I knew I would have a pretty decently hard time selling it. But I think that this will be really cute for the spring and summer. I also am keeping this Anthropology shirt. Sorry, it's so wrinkled. All this stuff is really wrinkled. But this is a 100% silk shirt. but I just knew that this was not gonna end up selling that well for me on Poshmark just because it is quite plain. And even the good stuff from Anthro, it just doesn't sell that well for me. And I think that this will be great to wear with skirts. I have a few skirts, but I feel like I can never figure out what to wear on top with them. So I think that this will just be great to wear with those, and also just kind of tucked into jeans as a nicer option of just a plain white shirt. So I'm very, very excited about this. I am going to be keeping this little USA crop top. This was something I probably would have just taken to Plato's and gotten a couple dollars for, but I thought that this would be perfect for the 4th of July or just with leggings, working out, whatever. I'll definitely get a lot of wear out of this, honestly. I am keeping this random tank. I don't even know if I can see the brand. Yeah, it's like totally worn. There was no way that Plato's was gonna take it. I wasn't gonna be able to sell it on Poshmark, but just a great basic black tank, has some nice mesh in the back. I never ever buy workout stuff really anymore because there's always so much in these kinds of boxes and I don't really care what the brand is at all. Sorry, here's some more really wrinkled stuff, but this is just a no-name brand, or at least a brand that I can't read anymore. Tank, again, I'll just wear it with some workout stuff, call it a day. I did keep the Lululemon gray crew neck for myself, and that's why, again, when I think
I paid $79 for this and I'm keeping all this stuff.
Like between this and the Anthropology shirt, that is more than $79 right there. So that's really mind-blowing when you think about it. But the reason I did decide to keep this is because I have lately become a little bit of a Lululemon girl. I never felt like it would really be worth it, but I have found that it is a lot higher quality than what I am used to. And since it is just a plain gray crew neck, I didn't think I'd be able to get a whole lot for it on Poshmark. Definitely decent, but for me, it was more worth it for me just to keep it for myself. And there is no like tag or size or anything like that, but it's in great shape. And then the last thing I'm keeping for myself is kind of a wild card. I'll probably only wear this like once, but it is this really, really pretty green dress, and it doesn't have a size or a brand or anything, but it kind of just like drapes on you. And I think that this would be really, really pretty for like a summer wedding. It's super light, very different than anything I own, and I do really love this color. And this would be hard for me to sell just because it does have no brand or size or anything. Okay, so those were the 7 things that I am keeping for myself. Really happy about it. I think out of all the boxes I've gotten, this one was the one that I was able to get the most and the best stuff for myself. Then I did also pull out 9 things for my mom / my sister, and I haven't presented any of these things to them yet, so I'm not sure what they'll want. But whatever they don't want, I'll probably just end up donating, just because a lot of this stuff doesn't have a size or it doesn't have a brand, but that doesn't mean it's in bad shape. And you'll definitely see a theme. There are a lot of tanks in here, and if you saw my first video, hopefully you did, you'll remember that I did get a lot of tanks with like no names or brands. But my mom does a lot of Pilates, my sister works out and everything too, so I figured between the both of them, a lot of this stuff would get snatched up. But here is just a gray tank. You know, nothing crazy, but it's in great shape. This is one of the only ones I actually know the brand and size. It is a Target All in Motion. I really like this kind of like gray speckled design. And there is like a split on the side, so that's nice. Another gray tank. This is from Energy Zone, the Epic Tank Relaxed Fit. Good shape. This might actually be from some like Kinda Good yoga brand, but I figured I'd just give it to my mom. There is a little bit of wear to it, but it has kind of like a nice open tie back, so that's kind of cool. Something a little bit different. This is one I was thinking my mom would like. She likes to wear a lot of button front, like V-neck collared tops. This is just a little sleeveless blouse. I don't know if I knew the brand. Oh, it's Tally Weigel, and I don't even think I looked it up. I just thought of my mom when I saw it, so I'm gonna offer it to her first and then I'll look it up, I guess, if she doesn't want it. Another just plain black button front blouse from a brand called Ariella. Thought that this would be pretty cute to wear with like tighter pants. Another kind of just plain black top that I thought my mom would like to just throw over a tank when she goes to Pilates. This is from a brand called Tresix, made in Cambodia. It does feel very nice. I think it's just really hard for that like plain black stuff to really pop out on my Poshmark closet. and I don't think many people would be super willing to pay the shipping for a lot of those kind of tanks. I haven't had much luck with them in the past, so that's why I'm very happy to either keep them or gift them. And then this last one is kind of a wild card. I was thinking about my sister with these. There's no tags in them anymore, but they're just a suede pair of pants, and they feel like they're very decent quality. And I kind of like the button front area there. They don't have any butt pockets or anything. I'm not sure if these will fit her at all, but she's doing student teaching, so I thought she might want these. So that's the big wild card in there. All right, so we went over the 7 that I'm keeping for myself and then the 9 that I put aside for my sister and my mom. Hopefully they will like most of those, but if not, I'll just donate them. And then I have here that I put aside 50 for selling, but unfortunately, as always happens with these boxes, as I was going through them more closely to list on Poshmark, I did notice that 4 of 5 ended up having flaws that were unfixable, like holes or missing buttons and things like that. So yeah, I wasn't able to list all 50, but I was kind of expecting that. The bad thing is that a couple of those were some of the better items. Like there was one from a company called Bordeaux, I think is how you pronounce it, which is sold through Anthropologie. It was like a longer sleeveless button front cardigan, but it was missing like 3/4 of the buttons. And at first I thought that was just the design, but it was like, no, there are just that many buttons missing. And like I said before, Anthro doesn't even sell that well for me. So definitely not worth like trying to find matching buttons and sewing them on. Definitely not worth it. There was also a pretty cute Max jeans sweater that had like a really pretty blue floral pattern that just had holes in it that I didn't notice when I was going through it. Oh, and actually the biggest loss was I had an Arc'teryx jacket. I think I'm saying that right. I butcher a lot of these names, but I had this gorgeous Arc'teryx jacket, and that was gonna be like one of my top 3 things from the whole haul to share with you guys. I was really excited about that find, but unfortunately it is missing the whole zipper, just like the actual thing that zips up and down. So because that is such a high quality piece, I am gonna try to replace that on my own. And if that doesn't work, I probably will just list it and note that it doesn't have the zipper, because that is a really good item. And other than the fact that it's missing the zipper, it is in really, really good shape. So I'm not just gonna immediately toss that one to Goodwill. I will try to fix that first. But as of right now, I do have all like 45, maybe 46 items listed on my Poshmark. However, of course, I'm always so bad about this. I've only had them all listed for about a week. They've all been up for either a week to 2 weeks. And I've only made 1 sale on Poshmark so far, and that was the Free People leggings that I got. They're just like a nice green Free People movement pair of leggings. They were size medium large, so really good size to sell. And I say a lot on here that Free People doesn't do that well for me, and that's the honest to God truth. Like, Free People usually doesn't do that well. So I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see that as soon as I got those up, I was getting a lot of likes on them, and they did end up selling, I'd say within 2 to 3 days. And I did accept an offer on them for $25. I did have them listed for $30. So I ended up making $20 after the Poshmark fees. And then after subtracting the $1.20 cost of goods, I ended up making $18.80 right from that one thing. So I am disappointed to only share that one sale so far, but it was a pretty good sale. Not insane, I know, but pretty good. But since I can't share any other sales right now, I will just let you know some of the other things that I'm excited about and that do have a good bit of interest already. So the one thing that some of you guys commented on under the video was this Freya like lingerie piece. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm sorry if you really like this. I think that this is kind of ugly. Like, I'm glad I found a stock photo because the model is rocking it and I think it looks a lot better on her. But to me, it kind of looks like a little bit of a cheesy pink lingerie moment. But Freya is definitely a very good brand. This piece retailed for $98. And I have lowered the price already because I was hoping to move it before Valentine's Day. I think I originally had it listed for $35 and I dropped it down to $31 during one of the closet clear out days. And no one's bitten yet, unfortunately, but I do have 8 likes on it, so do expect to move it pretty soon. Another piece that I don't have any interest on as of right now, but will end up selling for a pretty good amount, I think, especially as we move into warmer weather, is this Parker romper. It is silk, so that's obviously fantastic. It's in great shape. It is a size small, so that's kind of the only bad thing, but I do expect to make a fair bit off of that eventually. There were also just some really nice new with tags items. Like I got this new with tag and Taylor kind of pink and white dress, and I almost always get those kind of like more mature brand dresses in these boxes, and a lot of times they sit for a while. I think that this will sell like around Easter time maybe, but a lot of times they sit for a while and then they end up selling for like 30 to 35 bucks. So I'm really happy anytime I see any of those like J. Crew or Ann Taylor dresses that are in good condition and are cute, because I know they'll sell eventually. I also got this like violet denim jacket, and it is a size extra small, so that's kind of a bummer, and I know that that is a junior brand, but my denim jackets usually sell pretty well, so I am excited about that. I also got those new with tags Pretty Little Thing black distress jeans. That should be a pretty good sale for me at some point. And I also did get another pair of new with tag jeans from a junior brand called Unina, and there aren't that many comps for that, so I'm not really sure how those will do, but I do usually sell new with tag distressed jeans pretty quickly. I also got that Sweaty Betty tank. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but I do expect to sell that between like $22 and $25. All in all, just a lot of really sellable pieces that, even though they haven't sold yet, I mean, for me at least, I hardly ever have pieces sell within the first few days to 2 weeks. I feel like hardly anything sells before 3 weeks to a month. That's just my experience. I don't usually find a lot of like super sought after pieces. I sell a lot of just kind of like cute basic stuff, and yeah, it might take a while for it to sell, but it usually does sell eventually. But I think if I look back on this in about 3 months and maybe I'll make a short on it or something, I will have made a very good amount of money off of this box. Oh, also, I will just mention this before I sign off. There was this like shawl thing, I'll put a picture up of course, and I kind of just like went through it and I was like, okay, this is what it is, and put it down. I didn't realize that it was new with tags. It's from this brand called Giordano Ladies, and the tag said that it was $595 retail, and I looked this brand up and it said the site was down for maintenance, so I'm not really sure about this brand, and there's like no comps whatsoever, maybe one, but it's like a very small brand, and yeah, I guess they sell their stuff for a lot. The piece is 50% wool, so it's like pretty nice, but I was like $595, so I have it listed for $125. Don't have any interest on it yet. Don't really expect to sell it for near that amount, but I guess you never know. But all right, that is everything I've got to share with you guys about this box so far. Please let me know if you have any other questions. But overall, this was a fantastic box. Very solid. Lots and lots of sellable pieces. And I do expect to make a very good profit on this box over time. If you like the video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Really does help my channel out a lot. I absolutely love making these videos for you guys, so definitely leave a comment down below so I can get to know you better, and just let me know what your favorite thing in this box was. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!